Hello Rotterdam Westcars, this is Chris with...
Hey, Joep.
Yo! We're gonna be playing a Warhammer 40K battle, 1000 points. You can see the table being set up right there. I will catch you with the armies and the mission, all that fun stuff in just a second.
Alright, so here we have my army with which I will battle Chris in this epic 1000 points open play game. I'm fielding a Chaos Space Marines force which hails from the Iron Warriors Legion. They are a small remnant from a small subchapter within the Iron Warriors Legion. I still need to work on my background a little bit. There's only one thing that is a bit a bummer, that is my Vindicator, which is not really finished, but it is well ready to play with. I will be fielding one squad of 5 Chaos Space Marines with a heavy bolter, a plasma pistol, and one other squad of 5 Chaos Space Marines, one with a plasma pistol and power axe, and one with a plasma gun. My Chaos Lord and Terminator armor with the Murder Sword, and a fancy looking shield, which, well, they can't take a shield, but it looks fancy, so it will replace his combi bolter. And over here we have a Predator with 4 las cannons and a Havoc launcher and a combi bolter. He is right now positioned on its base, but he will be removed from the base for the game. And over there we have 5 Chaos Terminators with 4 power fists and a power axe, all with combi bolters, and a Mauler Fiend with laser tendrils and big power fists. So yeah, I had a real great pleasure of working on this army. It was my first army after I quit the hobby for 7 years. I started working on this army 3 years ago, and in the meanwhile I got distracted by Age of Sigmar. So now with the new edition of 40K, I'm really excited to continue working on this army. I only need to paint 500 more points, and then all the stuff I initially bought is finished, and then yeah, I will be able to field a 1500 points army.
So over here we have 1000 points of diff guard. You've probably seen most of this army before. This is the Demon Prince. He's going to be the leader of the army. He is going to be played with wings and a warp bolter. I'm working on a better Demon Prince, as you can see right here, but he is not painted up yet, so I'm just going to be using the other model for this game. You'll probably see this one soon. Yep. It's an outrider detachment, so I have 3 fast attack slots, which are mandatory, which are going to be over here. These are 2 blight drones and 2 bloat drones and 1 greater blight drone, because the naming convention on these things is really confusing. These are just, you know, the standard things. Hopefully soon we'll get the codex with some more weapon options, but so far it's just purely double flamers or double blight spitters. This thing over here has an assault cannon at the front, no, auto cannon, and a D3 shot pistol melter weapon, 12 wounds. He's just a somewhat more tough bloat drone. Then I also have a Rhino, which is going to be fielding my my Plague Marines. So he is painted thematically to fit them. Over here you can see all the Plague Marines, pretty much WYSIWYG. I'm going to be painting up my own set of 5 again, just so I'm not going to have to borrow some green ones in the future. It's also a work in progress. Yeah, this is my 1000 point army, and we'll catch you with the mission detail.
Okay, so we are using the open war cards for our 1000 point game. Over here we see the deployment card, which is pretty cool. I haven't played a game in such a deployment before, so that is quite interesting. Over here it's Battle Frenzy, whether through the release of some airborne stim agent, the powers of an ancient artifact, or a terrible Imperial curse, the warriors fighting upon this battlefield have been driven wild with battle lust. So pretty cool, because you can add 1 to attacks characteristics of all models in this battle, which is pretty awesome. And the objective is called a supply cache. We placed 6 objective markers, and we control one if we have more models within 3 inches of a marker at the end of our turn. But it appears that there is a special supply cache which we have to control at the end of the 5th battle round to win the battle. So this is yeah, pretty cool. The caches are deployed like these bases filled with crates, which I thought were, well, really suited on the battlefield. And we have 3 on each side of the battlefield. So yeah, I think we will be playing a blast of a game.
So we have the board set up with our armies. The Death Guard in a spearhead formation, kind of deployed as far forward as they could, deploying pretty far up the board. They're in range of a lot of the supply caches, so maybe they'll get lucky. One of the supply caches might be the one. Then we have the Vindicator of the Black Legion. What's the name of your Black Legion warband, by the way?
No, it's Iron Warriors.
Or Iron Warriors, sorry.
I don't have a name yet. I have to be more into the whole narrative background kind of stuff. The one thing that I did knew for sure when I started this army, that it was a army that dates all the way back to the Horus Heresy. So they were part of one of the original traitor legions.
Yeah, you didn't want any demons in it, right?
No, no demons, no warp kind of stuff. So I feel mostly related to Iron Warriors, Alpha Legion. Yeah, I still have to think about it a little.
Okay. We'll catch you at the end of... Actually, we can roll to seize.
Oh, shall I see?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to try anyway.
Good luck. Let's roll to seize.
And no, I don't.
No, so Death Guard, turn 1. So at the end of Death Guard turn 1, this Blood Drone advanced, shot its flamers into the Space Marines, killing 2 of them. The Demon Prince tried to manifest Smite, failed at doing that, so didn't do anything. This drone just moved up as fast as he could. These Marines hopped out of the Rhino, shot their weapons into the Marines over there, not doing anything. The Rhino, after disembarking those Marines, moved up here, shot his weapons into those Space Marines, not killing anyone. The Greater Black Drone moved up, shot 6 wounds into the Mother Fiend. Pretty happy about that. He's halfway dead now. And then took 3 wounds off of the Vindicator, locking him into combat. That's the end of Death Guard, turn 1.
Right. We reached the end of the first battle round after me completing my first turn. Chris opened one of the crates, and it contained a beautiful artifact right in his own deployment zone. Well, close to his deployment zone. So in my turn I deployed my Terminators and the Terminator Lord from the Teleportarium onto the battlefield. I hoped to charge his Demon Prince, but I didn't make it. Over here I have charged the Greater Blight Drone, which charged my Vindicator in Chris's turn, but now I charged it in its back with my Mauler Fiend. I was able to do 6 damage.
9 wounds.
9 wounds. I was able to do 9 wounds on it. He has 3 wounds left, so he's almost a goner. Over here we have my Predator, who fired all his shots in the Blight Drone over there. Look at the beauty. There he is. But he missed everything, so he doesn't do anything this turn. I lost a few Space Marines.
You forgot to do anything with them, by the way.
With them? No, I moved and I advanced with them.
Yeah.
And I retreated into the building. And the guys over here fired all their shots on the Rhino, but it didn't do that much damage. So, yeah, this was the end of the first battle round. Let's go to the second.
So at the end of the second Death Guard turn, these 2 Blood Drones shot over their flamers, 16 hits into the unit of Terminators. They killed one Terminator, wounded the other. Then over there, the Demon Prince ran up, 9 attacks on the charge, and killed the Mauler Fiend. The Mauler Fiend exploded, did some mortal wounds around him. Then over here, these Marines hopped out of the Rhino, jumped out, shot off all their weapons into the Space Marines over there, killing a couple of them, and then the Rhino heroically charged in and just ran over the last Space Marine, killing him. And yeah, that's the end of the Death Guard. Turn 2.
The end of the second battle round ended with my turn, of course, and I have charged a blood drone. I lost another Terminator on the Overwatch, and I did 5 wounds with all my power fists. These guys tried to shoot on the blood drone over here, didn't do anything. The Vindicator moved out of combat because there was suddenly a creepy Demon Prince over there who destroyed my Mauler Fiend. So the Vindicator is, you know, getting away from there. The Predator as well is driving off, hoping to get charged and to get some cheeky Overwatch shots into some Marines or the Rhino or whatever. It isn't looking very good for me at the moment, but I am currently with more models at this objective, so I hope to keep it that way and try to claim a victory on this game by controlling the objective at the end of the 5th turn. But for that, I need to hold this position for another 3 turns, and I don't think it will happen. But we're going to see what's next in the 3rd battle round.
So, the Death Guard. The Demon Prince jumped in, helped the blood drone, killed the last couple of Space Marines. Over here, we have these Terminators slowly being whittled down by flamer fire. The Predator tried to escape combat, but got surrounded and is locked in combat once again, being mauled by a whole bunch of angry Death Guard, being slowly beaten to death. Over here, we have the Greater Black Drone, almost put the last wound into the Vindicator, doing his job. So that's the end of the Death Guard turn. Iron Warriors, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 3.
We are at the end of the 3rd battle round right now, and thanks to Chris's great sportsmanship, I was allowed to get a ruse card, and on this ruse card was that I could. The ruse card was called Tactical Reserves, and yeah, my Mauler Fiend, which is called Hari by the way, is back in the game. So I was able to deploy it 9-inch from any battlefield and outside of 9-inch of any enemy models. So I hope to get to charge something in the next turn. My lord is over here. His retinue of the 5 Terminators has been completely wasted after they did 1 wound on the Demon Prince. My Vindicator stepped on the metal and well, he's getting chased again. He won't get that far. And over here we see the Predator also running away, driving away from the Marines and the Rhino. Maybe he's able to get some shots off next turn, but I don't think so. He'll probably be charged again. So yeah, end of battle round 3. Let's go to battle round 4.
So the Death Guard flew forward. The 2 Blight drones started shooting their flamers into the Lord, and Demon Prince trundled forward, killing the Lord with his Orb Bolter, showing once and for all who the true Lord is and who the Chaos Artifact belongs to. Oh! But Huddy is disagreeing, so we'll see what he can do about it. Other than that, kind of assaulted again into the tanks just to keep them from shooting. Didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to me either, so kind of a stalemate with them. But they haven't been able to shoot for 4 turns, so that's good. So over here, Huddy, the Mauler Fiend, jumped over the crates heroically, and he's going to desperately try to kill the Demon Prince to, yeah, kill both the Demon Lords,
to secure a personal
some,
victory over
yeah,
here.
exactly.
Yeah, because the Iron Warriors are done for after the fourth turn. No, third. Was it the fourth or the third battle round?
End of third.
Yeah, in the third battle round. So and I will not be able to gain a victory here. Even with my tactical reserve rules, it isn't possible. So I will try to kill some Demon Prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to take some of them with you.
Yeah, indeed.
Back into the warp.
So the Mauler Fiend has 4 attacks with his Power Fists. He gets 1 extra because of the mission we are playing, the twist that there is, and he has 6 attacks with his Lasher Tendrils. So first up, the 5. I will spending 1 command point for and use the
Demon Forge stratagem.
Demon Force stratagem, in which I am able to reroll all hit and wound rolls, which is pretty awesome if you feel like a few demon engines. Okay, I will be hitting on force with Power Fist with a few rerolls. He has
4 hits.
Strength 12 against Toughness 7. So
He needs freeze.
So that's 4 wounds with the Power Fist.
Okay, that's 4 saves from a Demon Prince.
Yep.
5 up.
AP minus 3.
Makes 1. I'm gonna re-roll one of the filled ones. 5 up. Nope. 3 filled.
Okay.
So damage.
3d3 damage. That is
6.
6 damage.
Okay, Tune of Pains, or disgustingly resilient. Oh, he is dead.
6 wounds. Woohoo! Alright, we killed a Demon Prince. Awesome. So this was my plan all along with my Mauler Fiend, like to charge the Demon Prince or charge something else which is has a lot of wounds. But I made a few grand mistakes in the deployment, and that was that I did not shield my vehicles. I could have shielded my vehicles if I would have deployed them all in one site, one deployment zone. I could have shielded them with my 10 Space Marines, like I have seen on many battles and everything. But since it was my first Warhammer 40K game, I just wanted to see the mechanics. But I did play to my best tactical insights, of course. But
People really underestimate how quick the Death Guard are.
yeah, definitely. They were in my deployment zone on the first turn, making sure that my Vindicator and my Predator weren't able to shoot for 4 turns. And yeah, those 2 are like 2 of the 4 big damage outputs in my army. So if I let them to be charged time and time again, then they will be pretty useless. Overall, I was really enjoying this game, but I think it's a solid victory for Chris. I really enjoyed it, his sportsmanship, and I really want to play again.
Yeah.
Play some more 40K games again.
Thanks for the game. Well played.
You're very welcome.
We'll play again soon.